It's been a couple of weeks now, and I figured it was time for me to give you guys a little bit of an update on my health slash weight loss journey. And it's been going relatively well. I've tried to be kind to myself and sort of ease into some things, but also I'm tracking my my calories, and I got this Oura ring that is actually helping me quite a bit. I have my Apple Watch Ultra too, and I've been using that, but I have to admit, Apple's implementation of their health app has become really, maybe not become, but has always been really kind of difficult for me to figure out and to follow. And, you know, I give apps permission to access the health data, and then they don't seem to have it. And I can't quite figure out why that is or what to do about it. Every other fitness tracker or smartwatch or anything that I've used other than Apple has always tracked things like steps and workouts and those kinds of things. And Apple does track steps, but they give you the rings, and the rings are move and exercise and standing. And they're not tied to things that I'm normally used to. Like if I have a goal of, say, 7,500 or 8,000 steps, I would love for that number to be put on my tracker where I could see it and see how close I am without having to dig into the app and look. And if there is a way to do that with an Apple Watch, I'm all ears. Tell me how to do it, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. So I did get the Oura ring, and I've been enjoying it, actually. It's been it's been pretty eye-opening, especially when it comes to my sleep. No pun intended. But here's the app. Right now, it really tracks your readiness, which I guess it does based on all the different things that it tracks, including sleep and activity and that sort of thing. So it tracks readiness, sleep, activity, and heart rate. And so I found that it combines everything in a different way than I'm used to. So right now it says that my readiness is only 67, which is only fair. And it says your readiness score is on the lower side today. If you feel like you need it, consider taking some time for rest. Even short 5 to 15 minute breaks can help you recharge and build your strength. Fair is better than I got like the first couple of days that I used this thing. And my sleep score last night was only 54, and it says pay attention. So I'm paying attention. It says I got 5 hours and 12 minutes of sleep, which I went to sleep around 1 a.m. and I woke up around 7-ish. So I guess that's about right. I don't know how it tracks, like whether you're asleep or not or any of those kinds of things, but I guess that's about right. And then it gives me calorie goals. So I need to actively burn 350 calories. So far, I've only burned 99, and I've had an inactive time of 3 hours and 57 minutes. I had to do work this morning, so sue me. Heart rate 9 minutes ago was 96. I don't know why. My bedtime last night was 12:15, but I didn't go to sleep right when I got in bed. I read in bed. Does anybody else read in bed? I read all the time. That's where I do the majority of my reading, honestly, in bed, which is probably not the most sleep, what do they call it? Sleep healthy, sleep hygiene. It's probably not good for my sleep hygiene. I've never been known for my hygiene. But anyway, I got the Oura ring. I'm out here in beautiful Cedar Rapids, Iowa, by the Cedar River. I'll turn you guys around so you can get a look at the Cedar River. There's all kinds of like birds out there. Seagulls. which is interesting to see in a landlocked area. But seagulls nonetheless. And so this is just kind of nice. Came out here to do a little bit of this, that, and the other thing while I talked about this video. And I need to, goodness, too focused in there. There we go. One thing I don't like about this camera is the gimbal and the tracking, and the gimbal and the zoom are on the same control, and you can't change it. At any rate, yeah, the health thing has gone well. Have I lost weight? I have. When I first sort of dedicated myself to this, before I made the video sort of talking about what I was going to do, I weighed 280 pounds, which was a lot. And I weighed myself late last week, and I was at 271 pounds. Now, I know that fluctuates by a couple of pounds here and there, but 271 point something, which is, I've almost lost 9 pounds. And so that's good. A lot of it is just diet. Tracking calories is something that I found to be, the last time I lost a decent amount of weight, I did it by tracking calories. And so I've continued to track calories, and it's helping me do this thing. It's helping me it calibrates what you're eating. So you can get a sense of, sometimes you can think like, oh, this can't be too many calories, but it is. And then you just don't have a good idea of how many calories you're actually partaking of. And so the tracking of the calories, I'm on like a 2,000-ish something diet, 2,000-ish calorie diet right now. And that's supposed to, I think, help me lose 1.5 pounds. The other thing that I've found, though, is that it is really, no matter how many calories I eat, it is really focused, like a big deal is actual sugar intake, like sugary, sweetie stuff. And I have a terrible sweet tooth, and I have a very addictive personality. So sweets are something that, when I quit drinking, I satisfied that craving to a certain extent with sweets, and that's kind of how I got to where I am. So regardless of how many calories I partake of, I need to get the sweets out of my life. Now, I have cut down on the sweets. I'm not eating much chocolate at all. Once a week or so, I'll have something that's sort of a larger portion, but my grandson likes to have, lollipops and some like Welch's or Mott's fruit snacks as a snack after dinner, and so I'll usually have something like that. But even that, I found, doesn't really, like, it doesn't matter how many calories I eat. That still got me in bad shape. It hurts more than it helps. It hurts more than other things that I might eat hurt. So, another thing that I've noticed, I've been able to get out and go for walks over the last couple of weeks because the weather has been nicer, and it's nice today. I think I'm going to take a walk here around the river area and get some steps in. And my cardio health is low. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone, but it is. And I don't necessarily feel up to like a super cardio workout. Now, walking at a brisk pace is doable for me now. I can walk like an 18.5 minute mile. And that's going up and down hills and that kind of thing. And I can do that, and I feel as though it's pushing me. I have not been physically active in any kind of strenuous way for quite a long time, so that needs to come gradually. I have this week started doing some push-ups and some stretching, so I can do some calisthenics and start to build up body strength again. I'm only doing 25 push-ups at a time right now. 25 push-ups, is enough that I can feel it working, and I'm not getting down as far as I want to, but I am getting down enough, and I can feel it in my shoulders and my arms, and I don't want to overdo it, because if I overdo it and then I'm like super sore, then the temptation to not do it the next day is there. So I'm going to start with 25, and then, maybe I'll do that for 2 weeks, and then I'll move up to 50. I'm going to try and get some sit-ups going in there once I get myself a little bit better in shape, because sit-ups would be even more painful. Again, like I said, things have been going okay. I've got some tools that are helping me. I'm tracking my calories. I've been able to get out and be a little bit more active, and that is all good. I feel like I'm making progress, and I'm on the road to progressing. I'm trying to get away from eating all the sweets, but it is hard because of how my brain works. My brain wants rewards. And when I do well with a diet, this is always the catch-22. It's like you do well with a diet, so you celebrate with some sweets, right? But I'm trying to get better. I think I'm getting better. I have had a lot more energy. I've been getting videos done more and more quickly. I've actually written several songs in the past week. So it seems like my brain is clearing. These are all good things. And that's my update on my journey to lose 50 pounds.